Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my continuing series of my collection overview. So this is shelf number 10. So let's get right into this. First up, Beverly Hills 90210, seasons 1 to 3. Yeah, like the show. It was really enjoyable back in the day. Enough said there. Next up, four film favorites, Warner Brothers. I like these Warner Brothers four film favorites. This features National Lampoon's Vacation, Vegas Vacation, Christmas Vacation, European Vacation. All fun movies, silly fun. Bates Motel season one. I'll be honest, I haven't seen any of the series. I wanna binge watch it actually. I've heard some decent things. It was pretty good, so I'm looking forward to binge watching it. Um, yeah, Charlie and the Charlie Chocolate Factory. Johnny Depp. Yeah, I prefer Gene Pryor version, but yeah, this was okay. This is okay. Depp is all right. I don't mind Depp. Gene Wilder, not Gene Pryor. Gene Wilder. Yeah. Absentia. Yeah, it's funny. You see this cover on so many different movies. Um, Having said that, this movie is really creepy and really solid. I really enjoyed this one. Haven't seen it in a while. Might want to revisit that. Highlander 2, McLeod. Yeah. So Highlander's interesting because I kind of enjoyed the first one, and then I don't know what happened. It was hard to kind of stick with the remainder of the series, and there was a bunch of these after the fact, but I don't know. It wasn't exciting enough, or it was dull. I don't remember what it was, but I remember I don't know why I had a tough time getting through these films. I binge watched them over a period of weeks, and it was tough to get through. The Glass House. Um, yeah, suspense thriller type of deal. Um, I don't think I've seen this one. Doesn't look familiar. The Last Will and Testament of Rosalind Lee. Yeah, another one. I don't really remember this one. I think it's about this son who his mother passes away, and he inherits the house, and then he finds out there's some kind of cult running out of the house or something of that sort. I vaguely remember it. Um, that's the thing with these movies. If you don't remember them too well, that means that they weren't that good. That's unscientific on my part. Um, Leeches, David Dakota. Yeah, gotta love Dakota in his films. He's really so many bad films. Leeches was funny, man. These hand puppet leeches is just absolutely hilarious. Um, what can you say? Leeches, creature feature. Ghost House Underground. Yeah, these I have these. I should gather them all together and put them as one. But this one was the Thaw sci-fi type of deal. So this is like a parasite that runs out of control. Uh, that infects, I think, all these people and becomes an epidemic. Yeah, this one was kind of it was kind of average from what I remember anyway. The Lost Boy three movie collection featuring all three films. I got this because I didn't have, I don't remember, I think it was the Thirst that I didn't have, one of them anyway, but I have them all solo now, but somehow I kept this one. But this is kind of cool though. I like the white cover, very simple. Talked about those films in a previous shelf. Fever with Bill Duke from Predator. Yeah, Terry Hatcher, Henry Thomas. This is like after a serial killer type of deal. Um, yeah, I don't remember too well, but pretty decent cast though. Ring of Darkness, Adrian Barbeau, Ryan Starr. So yeah, we were talking about Dakota. This is another one. Yeah, this was another brutal one. I haven't seen this in a while. I've seen so many Dakota films. Like he did the so many different ones. 1313. Man, don't even get me started with those. But anyway, look it up. You'll find out. The Predator. Yeah, the naming of this series is so out of there. You know, you got Predator, you got the Predator, you got all these different names. This one was kind of average. I think in this one they inadvertently released the alien, and then of course the hunt begins. Yeah, this was average, stuck together. Snake Island. Cover's kind of decent, but the movie wasn't. Yeah, creature feature, snakes rampaging, the usual. Kind of stuck all together there. An Occasional Hell, Tom Berenger. I think this one is about a guy who he has an affair, and I think he gets murdered, and then the mistress is accused, and then there's an investigation. um, yeah, this was okay. It was kind of okay, not anything great. The Curse and Curse 2, The Bite. Will Wheaton, yeah. The Curse, yeah. Sci-fi. It's like a meteor that crash lands and infects. I think it's the water or the groundwater, and people start turning as a result. Yeah, the first one was cool. The second one wasn't as good. But these are fun movies. Haven't seen them in a while. The Fury, Brian De Palma, Kirk Douglas, John Cassavetes, Amy Irving. Yeah, another great one from the late 70s. Very cool. Yeah, this is I think the sun has some kind of powers or something. Telekinetic powers, I think it is. And there's some government conspiracy mixed in with that as well, some military thing. Yeah, solid movie. Candy Stripers. Yeah, this one this one looks bad, and yeah, I think this was pretty poor. Um, I think is it in a hospital? Something happens in a hospital and everyone starts turning into creatures or monsters or something like that. Yeah, vaguely remember. Detonator. Hmm. This is another one too. This is like a bomber, hunt for a bomber who's terrorizing LA. Um, yeah, again, this is middle of the road. Middle of the road. Nothing too special. Although it looked like by the look of it, you would think that oh, this looks pretty interesting. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. The Black Widow, William Dafoe. I think this was a TV movie, if I'm not mistaken. And the typical theme. This one hooks up with these guys and knocks them off. Average. Visitors. Fear Runs Deep. Yeah, another one here. Yeah, I don't remember this one. I think they get stranded on this yacht, and then there's some creatures or something that go after them, kind of thing. Yeah, I don't remember it. Innocence. Yeah, like a thriller type deal. This is like an investigation. Don't remember. So many movies. They all blend together. I think this was like some kind of investigation, and they go after this doctor or something. Uh, Return of the Living Dead 2. This is an alternate cover. This is kind of cool, actually. I have so many versions of this film, but this version was pretty cool. The cover looked really cool. I think it's just the regular edition. There's nothing special to it. It's just the cover's different. Lucy, Scarlett Johansson and Morgan Freeman. Great cast. This was entertaining. This was fun. Nothing great, but It was fun, entertaining, action-packed. You know what you're getting there. Four film favorites again, another one from Warner Brothers. This one's Thrillers, Copycat, Diabolique, The Crush, and Pacific Heights. Yeah, I have most of these solo. All decent films. Pretty good. Not bad. The history of the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, so WWE came out with these releases years ago with these different ones, like the heavyweight championship. I think that the tag team championship as well. All these pretty interesting history actually. These were cool. The WrestleManias were great too. The anthologies that they released. Wes Craven's Serpent and the Rainbow, great movie. Yeah, haven't seen this in a long time. Got to put on the never-ending list to revisit. Bruce Campbell versus Army of Darkness Broomstick Edition. Yeah, this was a cool edition. Anchor Bay, old Anchor Bay. Yeah, there were so many different versions of this. I don't know what the differences were. There were the different cuts. I don't remember, but these were all fun. I have them all scattered all over the collections, all those shelves. Tartan Asian Extreme, great line. These were fun. I think I have all of them. This was Doppelganger. Yeah, thriller type deal. Yeah. Usual Suspects Special Edition. Yeah, this fantastic movie. Really fun. Great movie. Enough said there. Domestic Disturbance with John Travolta and Vince Vaughn. What a team that is, eh? Thriller type of deal. I think one of them is a stepdad, and they're not what they seem. That type of deal, if I remember it. Yeah, it was decent. Sabretooth, another creature feature here. Frightflix. Yeah, this cat basically is genetically made in the lab and escapes and then wreaks havoc on a local town. That kind of deal. You know what you're getting there. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, 1920 classic. This was fantastic for its time, and still holds up today. Really good stuff. Bad edition though, but great movie. Dead of Winter, another one that looks like that looks kind of similar to Absentia, doesn't it? Kind of similar. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I don't remember this. I don't think I've seen it, but looks like it's a typical, survival type of thing. Jetstream destruction at 500 miles per hour. Yeah. Again, I don't remember this one. Is it Super Jetstream? Is it taking out planes and they investigate or something? I don't know. Where are we here? There we go. In the Heat of the Night, Oscar winner, 1967. Yeah, Sidney Poitier and Rod Steiger. Fantastic movie. Great movie. Man, they don't make movies like this anymore, eh? Wow. Really great. Deserving too. 10.5 Apocalypse. This is the sequel to 10, which was the 10 Apocalypse. There's a number of these different ones. Earthquake, survival type of thing. Teenage Zombies. Wow, this is a bad cover. It's a pretty bad movie too. Saturn Productions Inc. Yeah, wow. This is a pretty brutal release, but yeah, it's a bad movie. Teenage Zombies. Gossip. Yeah, so they do a hoax. I think they play a prank or something on this girl, and she gets her revenge. From what I remember. Again, nothing special. Near Dark, not the Near Dark I was thinking of. This is the dude from Twilight, no? Adrian, what's his name? Pasdar, yeah. Vampire movie, obviously. Not as good as the Near Dark I was thinking of. Doctor Who, Series 6, Part 2. So random, but yeah, I'm collecting these. I like the original series of Doctor Who's. I haven't seen too many of the new ones. I have to spend some time and oops and visit those ones. The Frankenstein Theory. So this one, I think, if I remember, it was the concept of what if it was real and not a story. Um, yeah, it was a miss though. It didn't work out, but interesting theory, but it didn't come together. The Jewel of the Nile, special edition, Michael Douglas, Kathleen Turner, Danny DeVito. Yeah, this was fun. Sequel to Romancing the Stone. Both of these films were fun. The other one's somewhere else in the collection. Coming up to the end here, the terror of Mecha Godzilla. I like these Godzilla films, Gamera's, all these ones. They're cool. Trying to collect them all as I find them. Wrapping up here, decoys. They can seduce anyone. Pray it isn't you. Yeah, sci-fi type deal. There was a sequel to this as well. It's okay. Nothing special again. Kill Cruise. Elizabeth Hurley. Jürgen Prochnow. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So this dude, Jürgen, he's a captain, and he agrees to take these two girls to an island or something like that, and yeah, things go down from there. Again, nothing special. It was average. And last one up here is Not Forgotten. The prayers of the dead are about to be answered. Simon Baker, Paz Vega. I don't remember this one. Doesn't look that great. It's probably average at best, but thriller type of deal, obviously. But have to check it out. Again, the list is never ending with so many. Like I said, when you start going through the collection, I mentioned this previous. You realize how many films you actually have, but at the same time, how many that you haven't seen in a while, and they all blend, and sometimes if a movie's just average, it doesn't stand out, and that's why it blends with all other ones like it. But then you get the exceptional ones that really stand out, and they're memorable. But it's hard to kind of remember them all. But I mean, that's the fun part, going through shelf by shelf and seeing, what you have and what you don't have, and sometimes you have a film and you don't have the sequel, for example. So it's kind of cool to go through these, and even watching, when I watch other shelf by shelves, I'm like, huh, you know, you get ideas, and you start seeing things that you want to possibly get to fill out a collection. So I like the shelf by shelves, watching other people's, because it's you always get a different viewpoint, and you see what's out there, and things that sometimes you never even heard of. So it's kind of interesting. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this shelf. Join me next time, and we'll continue with another shelf. Until then, take care.